Today is February 13, Wednesday. As I tell my story of what happened right behind the Flamingo Air, trying not to get nobody documented, I was standing right in this area here when I came up on Mr. Clark to reach out to give an olive leaf, because I don't know who Mr. Clark was, but Mr. Clark assaulted me Friday at the traffic light. I presumed that he was an attorney, so I asked him, what's his name? Is he a police officer? He said, no, he is an attorney. But I want to know, I said, if you're an attorney, you should know better than assaulting somebody against their will. So he turned around, came towards me while I was off camera and cursed me, trying not to say too much curse word on video because it goes everywhere. And he said, I am in a public space, and if I record anybody inside this place, he would lock me up. Well, then I stepped back and I took out my camera and I started to record from right here. And from this different, right behind the Flamingo desk, I could smell alcohol busting off him. I know what alcohol smells like. And I expressed to the lady behind the desk how she smelled alcohol. She said no. And I walked away, did my video, walked away, just like this, talking to my camera, and went and proceeded all the way down that door. 10 minutes. I went down there talking to some tourists, saying goodbye, and coming to this door, when I came out this door, or not me coming to this door, I saw Mr. Clark coming out this door while, right in the front here, right in the front of customs, came from there doing whatever he was doing over there, came out here as I proceed down the road here. All in the front here was congested with people, and as always on a Saturday it's crazy. So I came all the way here and I stopped here because Mr. Clark came out the door there and he came across me. And he stood right here where I'm standing right on the sidewalk here. And I stopped to him, rolled my window down to see what the problem was. He said that if I post that video today, I will get locked up tonight. I said, my brother, I already sent it to Grain Slade and my attorney. It's out there. Do what you got to do. Well, he did what he had to do. He locked me up for 2 days and charged me. And right here, this camera right here, this camera under here, and this camera inside. And what Mr. Clark doesn't know, that once you tell one lie, you're going to continue. And he took away my liberty just because I said the truth, and he lied and put a signature to it that I resisted arrest. I used abusive language when I said that he was drunk because of the alcohol. And I still believe if I was in America and that breathalyzer thing would have been put on him, if he would have breathed into that, that thing would have said he's 10 times, 20 times the legal limit. Because when one could smell the smell of alcohol from a person talking to you 3 feet away, he has a bunch of alcohol in him. And I stand by that story, and I stand by the story today. And I recognize Mr. Clark was egg-faced because I assumed that he got friends, I assumed that he got family, and they saw this come out there, and he was embarrassed. So he has to use his power to justify me embarrassing him. But then he went overboard. He took away my freedom for 2 days. And the interesting part about it, my colleagues, the good people here in the taxi association that know my fight, know my struggle, they came down there between 9 and 4 o'clock. 2 days I was locked up, and the police behind the counter refused to let them see me. Some of my family members came there to see me, and they say, no, you can't see him. I will tell Kai that you came to see him. And as of the date, they haven't told me that anybody was there to see me. That is unacceptable. And Abaco is the second largest and the most productive growing district in the country. And it's sad that we could have somebody like Wendell Clark in charge of this huge district. And talking to the policeman, they didn't understand my story. They said, oh, Kyle, let this one ride. Wendell Clark is a good superintendent. He looks out for the police. I said, that's maybe good. But he also is there to protect and to serve liberty, to protect and to serve and to make sure that the rights of people like Kyle Mills do not be abused. Well, he went overboard. He abused my rights. He took away from my liberty just because, as I said earlier, he was drunk and he came across here and he believed that he's the only police that's a lawyer in this country. There's a lot of lawyers and there's a lot of policemen. And my crime was reaching out to this airport to find out, who are you? Why are you interfering with me? I don't interfere with no police. They got the gun and the badge. When I was locked up in Fox Hill, they said, I asked the guys, why is all this gang violence going on? Which and who is the biggest gang in this country? They educated me, and I learned this so much. They said the police force, they have the rights to shoot and kill you. That happened on the plaza down there. 15 times the fella gets shot. Went there and they say he was justifiable right for police standing over a young man and shooting him 15 times, standing over him. So I am okay because I am alive. And then somebody would say, why are you fighting for these people? I wasn't fighting for nobody when I was locked up. I was fighting for Kai and trying to find out who is this person who's interfering with me. Reaching out, an olive branch, because I am still a friend of the police. And what I saw in that Marshawa police station, as we go on, I will educate you to why they say it is the crookedest, shameful, disgraceful, non-integrity place in the Bahamas. What I saw in close to 40 hours while I was locked up for taking a video of a policeman who I could smell alcohol on 3 feet away. And Mr. Clark said, Wendell Clark, I'm gonna call all his name. He said, anytime I do a video and call his name, he's gonna have me locked up. Well, I already did 3 today and called Wendell Clark's name. And if that's a crime, I wanna know. Because what he did was the crime. He acted ultra-violence. He acted like the criminal. He acted like a thug. He acted as head of the biggest gang in the Bahamas, which is the police force. And he sent his officers, and they locked me up and fingerprinted me because he's the boss of the gang in Marshawa. That is unacceptable. Tell my story on my network, WCAY. And I told him already, if you don't like what I do, delete. All I'm doing, I'm looking for no friends. I'm trying to educate somebody and educate a lot of people. And I've given a lot of information that if I didn't do this, the information would be lost through the courts and the police. Where's that independent body? I'm trying to be that independent body to tell the truth and nothing but the truth. Because everybody looking for me to slip up. And one lie I tell, that is the story that they remember. I'm trying not to lie. I tell it how I see it. I ain't talking no hearsay. I'm talking CC. I see it. I live it. I speak to it. Then it's truth, according to me. WCAY on the 13th of March. And we're getting mad. 2019. Kai case. That's why I'm taking my time to bring you